Hello, this is Tien Blade on Server Kenneth, back with you for Reasons to Play DDO, the great game of Dungeons & Dragons Online. This is the second one I'll be doing, and for, visual fun out here, we're out in High Road, out in Evening Star in the world of Forgotten Realms. I'll just run around some out here as we talk. Now, today we're going to talk about classes, races, the abundance of choices for designing your character. Now, one thing I wanted to say that I forgot to say in the last video is a way I recommend if you want to get into the game. Now, if you have a pen and paper group, perfect group to bring into DDO. Give the DM a rest day and have everybody download the game. Set a specific time to meet online. Everybody makes first level characters. Meet up and run some of the low-level dungeons together. You can have up to 6 people in your party for normal dungeons. Have everybody roll up. Let the DM have some fun playing too, and check out the game. Now, this time around we're going to be talking about characters and classes and such like that. So, let's bring up my character. The normal character sheet here, you have the classic D&D type stuff, strength, dex, all that kind of stuff. At the moment, I'm 12 favorite soul, 4 fighter, and 2 ranger. It's an unusual build. It's just to play around with something and to get past lives, which is a completely different discussion, but just so you know. But you can have up to 3 classes, and the combinations are vast. There are some limitations based on your alignment. Basically, you can't be a paladin barbarian because a barbarian has to be chaotic and a paladin has to be lawful good. So there are some limitations, but there are piles of class combinations. You have up to 17 different races that you can play. Some of them are iconic, which means you have to start at 15th level for those. But you do have those options. You have 14 different classes you can play. And like I said, you can have 3 classes, so there's a multiple combination. Excuse me. Each class and race has definitely different things to them. They're not all cookie cutters of the same thing. We'll start with races. You can have a lot. Each race has different advantages and disadvantages based on your abilities, such as strength, dex, and such like that. Special abilities, weaknesses, and for the classes, each one has a different kind of role to play. You have, fighters, mages, clerics, and such like that, and piles of hybrids between those. One of the greatest things for the game is what we call enhancements. There are piles of enhancement trees. Most classes have at least 3 enhancement trees. Each race has at least an enhancement tree. Some have 2, but it's a rarity. Most just have 1. And if you multi-class, like me, I've got, 15 different combinations or 15 different ones I can do. There's a tab over here which goes to other ones, and I can add ones I'm not using aren't on the drop down. There are also enhancement trees that are to every class. There's a couple now, and I'm hoping to add more, to where you can purchase them with DDO points, or you can get them in-game by factions and things like that you can use to even make your character more interesting. Each race has a enhancement tree to where you can amplify the racial characteristics of your character, or different class characteristics, and such like that. Now you get basically an enhancement point, 4 for every level. So basically in DDO, 1 level is equal to like 5 levels of other games. So the max level is 30, but you got to think of it as being over 100 because you get so much sub-class levels per se, enhancement levels. And you get these points, and you can spend them how they want in the different trees. So when designing your character, you have so many races and classes that you can pick, so many enhancement trees within those classes and races that you can pick. You have different options for weapons, clothes that can even further specialize or generalize the character that you want to play. And that's just up to level 20th. After level 20th, you have Epic Destinies, which this character is not a over level 20 at the moment, but I have been there, so I can show you. You have all these different Epic Destinies, which you can get all Epic Destinies in the game. You only start with a few as you play, and then you can, as you play, you get more. It matters what class you're playing, which ones you start with, and every class basically can use an Epic Destiny. Now, naturally, there are some based more on, like, Legendary Dreadnought is more of a fighter, heavy plate shield one. Grandmasters of Flowers, which is not active now, it was just the last one I had active on a character, is for monks. And so you even have, from after you hit level 20th, you have a completely different tree past the enhancements that you can specialize your character in. Here shows the different ones, and you start, like if you're a monk, you start in, I think, yeah, Grandmaster of Flowers is probably the first one, and then after you max out that, you get to pick one of the ones next to it. And after you max out one that has a tree over here, you can do more and use all these. And then they have Twists of Fate, which are listed here because they reset when you reset your character, but, and I'm not over 20th, but are even more ways to amplify your character, because you can take one little thing from a different Epic Destiny and add it to your character. So DDO, if you want to really specialize your character, if you want to have that special character that is exactly what you want, is different than everybody else's, DDO is definitely the game for you. Now, of course, there's classes that are better at things than other things. If you want to be out killing things, naturally there are combinations of classes and enhancement trees that are better than others. If you want to be, you know, a cleric, or you want to specialize in opening locks, finding the secret doors, being a support character, there's piles of different ways that you can do this, and diversity. So the key thing here on this reason to play DDO is diversity. There is so much diversity in creating your character in DDO, where you can make a character how you want him to be. And since it's not PvP, even if you mess up and it's not optimum in one certain direction, you can still be a major asset to your party and have a lot of fun. This is Tinblade on Server Canets signing off. Everybody have a great day. And remember, you can download DDO at DDO.com. If you need more information, DDO Wiki is your friend at DDOWiki.com. Have a great one. Ciao.